Alrighty, so the first location that we are going to start off in is Diamond Beach. We're going to go from the bottom to the top just to try and make this a little bit easier to myself, or for myself. So right here, and our first location is going to be right up here on this mountain. I actually believe that I called these sky cars in my last video, and someone let me know. The sky cars that I was talking about are called trams. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. So thank you for that. I appreciate that. So we're gonna head right over here. And I think it's somewhere, I think it's up here by the piano. I see the glitter up here. Yeah. And we've got our first chest. I do find it interesting that it opens this way and isn't like flipped around to open to where we could see it. But that gives us 2,500 diamonds. Plus we started off with 50 while being a new player, which is nice. Okay, so our next chest location is in the beach house. So you can get to it from Diamond Beach, but you can also use this teleporter right here. So we're going to head upstairs. And then we're going to head up the stairs again. And then we're going to head right through these doors. And head right upstairs. And this is where our first accessory that we get is going to be from. And it's going to be, I think it's an accessory. Yeah, we get the Darling Valentina Playful Puppy Ears. It appears there's other newer players or alt accounts also looking for chest locations. And then I think that's it for here. We are now in the Vineyard Park, which I think is where I had some issues with the way that I was doing some of the chest locations here, so I'm very, very sorry about that. But our first chest location is going to be right next to spawn, and we're just going to jump right down here, and you will see your first chest location underneath of the bridge. And this gives us 250 diamonds. Alrighty, so our next chest location, starting from spawn, is going to have us head back this way, and we're going to spot this green screen. And I'm actually glad I'm doing this without being able to have faster flight or anything like that to try and hopefully make this a little bit easier. But we're going to head right back here around this corner. And then in this empty field back here, there is a chest right here. It does take a little bit, like as you saw when we were back there, you couldn't actually see it. So you do have to get closer to chest for them to be visible. And then this chest gives us another 250 diamonds. So heading from this location, we're just going to go straight forward. Just gonna keep going and going. Don't really know if flying or jump walking or anything like that is actually going to make this any faster. But because this is just an alt account, I'm not going to like get any passes or anything on it. And then we want to head to the tree that is in the middle of this pond here. We're just gonna cannonball. And you'll see right down here, I suggest flying just so then you're not like floating back to the top. We'll have our third chest location for Divinia Park, which gives us 500 diamonds. Okay, so from this chest location, we are going to head this way. Leave. And then head right around here. And we should see a waterfall. And then right at the bottom of the waterfall, you'll see our fourth chest location. And this gives us... This gives us 1,000 diamonds. Alrighty, so from this chest location, so we just came right up here, we're gonna fly back up here and we're gonna follow this path. And then we'll follow this little stream of water here. We're just going to fly along this. And then you'll notice, you're gonna notice a pink little board, a target board over here. So we're gonna head right over there. And then you'll see these two tunnels here and this spiraling staircase. And you want to head to this tunnel right here. And right at the entrance of this tunnel will be your next chest underwater. And it gives us 350 diamonds. Alright, so coming out of the water here, we are going to go straight this way. You'll see the target board again, so we're going to pass right by that. And we're going to head right back here. Just going to keep going straight. And you'll see this building right here, and we're actually going to want to come down into this little spot. And we will find our next chest. And this one gives us 250 diamonds. So coming up from down there where that chest was that we just opened, we're gonna head to this brown and white building here. Ever so slowly, because we walk so slow. There we go. My squint messed up. We're gonna head in here, and we are going to, I think it's not that one, it's this one. And then here is our next chest, giving us, I can move my character's big head out the way, 500 diamonds. Alrighty, so our next chest location is a bit of a travel from here, but we are going to go to like the back right of the park. We're gonna find a long cave. So we're just gonna keep going this way. We did just pass that 500 chest that we just opened. And we're going to come right up here. Doing the Divinia Park is a little complicated tutorial-wise because of how much like you kind of have to travel. But I think we can just follow this trail of water here. And then once we get here, I believe we're supposed to go this way. Oh, I'm flying under the water. We're just gonna keep going. And then right here, where this person's really cool outfit is, I'm really glad this was here. I thought I was gonna have to fly all the way back and restart. Where this person is, we are going to get the 1,000 diamonds, which is very helpful. We've got 6K so far. Alrighty, so coming from this chest, we're going to follow our way back out. Just gonna keep going this way. And then we're actually going to find our way back to one of the chests that we already opened. So we're going to pass this little sit down, relax area thing. I don't know what it's called. I'm not good at names. And then we are going to come around this corner, and we're going to basically where these stairs are. Alrighty, so now that we are at the stairs, you'll actually see that we opened the chest right down here. So we're going to come over this little bump here, and we're gonna fly right down here, and this will give us our next chest for Divinia, giving us 500 diamonds. So continuing from this chest, we want to find this very large bridge here, and we're going to fly right down under here, and we're just going to open this next chest, which gives us 250 diamonds. Okay, so I went back to spawn to make this next location a little bit easier. So we're going to fly starting from our first chest out into this direction, passing this sign here that says Vianchi was here. We're gonna pass this little villa little area, and we'll pass a bunch of these little seatings, this lake here. And we want to head, I believe it's right up here. And you can see the next chest right here, giving us what I believe is 500 diamonds, if I'm remembering correctly. Nice, 500 diamonds. Alrighty, so our last chest for Divinia Park, we're continuing right above the chest that we just opened, is a bit of a travel, but we're just going to follow this line of water for a little while, until we find it is a really very pretty house. I feel like it's kind of like a wedding venue. Sorry for my speech impediment. But we're gonna follow along this water here. Just gonna keep going and going and going and going. Talking so then I can be semi-entertaining while we're flying. Oh great, now I'm stinky. It's a nice view of stink clouds we've got there. And we're gonna keep going, and we're gonna keep going, and there it is! Our last chest location. Actually, it's really smart to just follow along with that lake there. Ooh, s'mores. S'mores. I want s'mores. Anyways, we're gonna head right over in here. We're gonna head right up here, and this will be your last chest location for Divinia, giving you 250 diamonds. So leaving Divinia, we already have 8k diamonds just from the 3 chest locations that we've explored so far. Or 3, not chest locations, the 3 realms that we've explored so far. We're now heading to Sunset Island, one of my favorite islands. Very, very helpful here. And the first chest location is right at the entrance, and this gives us an item. So we've got more accessories to add to our collection, and we get the flower lay. I'm probably gonna pronounce that so wrong. I'm so sorry. We're then going to head right up these stairs. I'm actually not going to do any cuts in this just because of how small Sunset Island is. It's decently simple. We're going to pass this pageant, Miss Universe pageant lady, and this, whoa, that very glitchy hammock just launched us. We're going to head to the green screen here. And, we're gonna lag out a little bit. That's okay. We're still here. We're still running. Still chest hunting. We're gonna head right down here to where these torches are. And if we do this right, we should just go straight out. And you'll see this glittery pile of stuff. You also can't fly here, so you can't, like, you're gonna... Oh, it's not gonna float me to the top. Nice. Alright. We're gonna open this second Sunset Island chest, giving us another accessory, the tropical hair flower item, which I really love. I think that's really cute. And we're just gonna swim our way to the top here. And I'm gonna head to where I see these fiery torch path. This fiery torch path. I should really work on that grammar. Oh my. It's now 6 a.m. to be fair. So we're up a little late to do this, up a little early to do this. And now we're in the camping section. And next to all these beautiful people's outfits, we will find our third chest, and this, I believe, just gives you diamonds, which is good, because diamonds, everyone loves diamonds, and this leaves us with 250 diamonds. Alrighty, so we are now in Campus 3's dormitory bathing quarters, and before you're like, Ozzy, you skipped some of these realms, I'm actually going to save any of the realms that have special requirements or anything like that, to the very end, just because I will need my my main account for that, so I want to do everything on my alt account, and then get the total of everything that doesn't involve any special requirements or anything like that, and then, you know, we'll do the rest of the tutorial things that I need to do on my main. So we're now in the dormitory bathing quarters, and we're actually going to head right out here. And this next chest involves this basket race. So I have a tutorial, a short tutorial on this. It did go pretty viral, of a tip that worked to help get this chest. So I'm gonna let this person do their thing. And I'm going to just actually walk down this and hope that no one starts the baskets and hits me with one. And be very, very careful walking up to this edge here. We're gonna open our backpack and grab the scroll item. And then we're gonna extend it, and we're going to find a sit pose. I normally use the idle sit, and we're gonna roll this up. And sometimes it does take a few tries of extending it and rolling it up before it works. Sometimes you have to stand up and sit back down again, and then back up again. Now I'm gonna have to keep doing this. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so now that you're able to fly without flying, you're going to slowly go over this, and you just want to make sure that you're able to land on here. Very carefully, you want to remove the pose and make sure that you don't bounce too much. And you're going to slowly walk to the edge here. I'm actually going to turn my squint off so I don't accidentally walk off the edge. And you will find the chest at the end. This is just the easiest way to do it without doing it with like the baskets or anything like that. And then once you get to the end, this gives you 300 experience, which gets us close to our first level up, because you need 325 to level up. So another chest in the bathing quarters here is going to be up here in this corner. We can kind of just hang out up here. The chest here gives us 850 diamonds. I do think that this and the actual slide chest are the only two chests here outside of like the vents. So I think we're good. Alrighty, so now that we are back up here in the laundromat, we're going to come to this washing or drying machine, dryer? Anyways, and we're going to jump down here to, if maybe try not sprinting, there you go. And we're gonna jump down here to get to the next location, which is the vents. Alrighty, so now that we are in the vents, our first chest location, we are going to head down this first tunnel here, and we're going to take the first turn right here. And this is going to lead us into a little loop here, so we're just going to keep going. And we're we're going to keep going. And we do have to be careful because some vents that you walk over can cause you to die, and then some vents that you walk over, you are intentionally supposed to fall down, so it is a little confusing. Do not want to fall down this vent. You do want to make sure that it's up, and then as long as you have your sprint equipped, you can quickly open up this chest. And this is our first vent quest. You can open up this quest. You can open up this chest to get 250 XP, which is our first level up, giving us an extra 1,900 diamonds. So we are already at 10k, which is insane, and we're nowhere near done. So heading out from this area, obviously, if you did open the vent, you want to make sure that the vent is closed when you go over it. And we're just going to head out this spiral. And you can hear that noise that just happened that kind of sounded like a horror movie scream. That's the vent closing. So the vents do take a couple seconds to close, but you can close them again. And then we want to actually head this way, and we're going to go. We're going to keep going. And then I think it's down here. And then it should be 1, 2, 3, and you want to go in the second one, and there are some hidden walls, and you can always check by putting your screen through them. And this will be our second vent chest that is very radioactively green right now, which I'm kind of loving. And this gives us 1,000 diamonds to help with our collection that's growing. And now we're going to head right back out the way that we came. So keep in mind that this was 1, the one that we came out of was 2. So 2, 1, and then you want this one. And you're gonna go all the way down. Now there's going to be a vent at this that if you do want to fall down, and you'll know that you'll actually want to fall down this because if you quickly open it, you'll see this little pillar here that's kind of hard to see a little that you can actually climb on, but you can just jump all the way down here, and there's going to be a chest all the way at the bottom, and this will give us 1,000 diamonds. Now I'm actually going to restart because there is nothing else that we need from this side here, or not restart, we spawn, so then we can get back to the start to make this a little bit easier on ourselves. So you want to come straight out this way, and you will have to re-equip your sprint if you were sprinting and you respawn. We're gonna turn this way, and then we're gonna follow down this path, and then we're going to take this first turn, and we're gonna go all the way down. Just gonna keep going, keep going, keep going, and down and then we'll see this hidden wall here. Someone opened a vent nearby. And you want to open this chest, and this gets you 900 diamonds. And then there is actually another area here that you do actually want to fall down this, and this will take us to the next chest location. Now this is going to teleport you, but we will want to, after we get this chest, we are going to go back to the vents, so then we continue the vents, but this will take you to the first chest location event that teleports you, and this takes you to the rainy day classroom, and you can see someone else is probably doing the same thing that we're doing, and once it loads we'll be able to move. It's also going to make me learn about the history of the classroom, which is nice.
Hey, you found the rainy day classroom.
Hi, Poppy. And
Why is it called that, you ask? Well, a curse was placed on this.
I hope this doesn't take up the entire 4 minutes that I have. You do have 4 minutes to get out there and get the chest. Sometimes diamonds do spawn out there as well. So you do have 4 minutes in order to get the chest and explore out there before you get caught by a teacher. So do keep that in mind.
Now, we use it for cozy games to bring us back to the days of recess indoors. Have fun!
Thank you, Poppy. I appreciate the introduction to the rainy day classroom. So now that you fall down this vent and pick up a diamond here. Nice. One singular diamond. There's other diamonds here. Sometimes a lot spawn. It does depend on how fresh the server is. And then you can pick up this chest, which I think will actually help us level up again, because we're already at 225. And this gives us 300 XP, getting us to level 3 with an extra 1,900 diamonds and 200 XP left over. So we're gonna go back to the dormitories and go back down that dryer that I showed you at first, so then we can get back to the vent. So I'm gonna do that really quickly, but I'm not gonna film it, so then it's a little bit easier for you guys. Alright, so we're back in the vents, right at spawn. I did not move, I promise. We're gonna turn our shift on, our sprint, and we're gonna head this way again, and we're gonna head this way again, but instead, we are not gonna head down either of these paths. We're gonna go right here. Let me correct myself real quick. Let me just make sure that I am doing this correctly. Alright, so spawn. We're gonna go up this. And we do actually want to go down this one, I'm sorry. We're gonna head down this. And we are going to turn down this way. And down this way here. And this is the hidden wall we're looking for. Nice. And through this hidden wall, we will get a chest, obviously. But a chest that gives us 1,500 diamonds, which is a lot. Now we're gonna come out from this hidden wall, and we're gonna go back down the path that we just came. And this should be the path that we came. And we are going to go straight forward through another set of hidden walls. And all the way down here, we are going to get another chest, leading us to get our 25 treasure chest badge, as we found 25 treasure chests now, giving us 1,250 diamonds, which is very, very nice. And I'm gonna go ahead and respawn so we can start back at the start. Sorry if that little like turning and me going back clarification probably just messed you guys up. I'm so sorry. Okay, so we're gonna go back this way. We're gonna turn down here. We're gonna turn down here again. And we're gonna go right down this first one. So basically the same way that we just went. I guess I could have just gone backwards. We're gonna skip this one. We're gonna skip the second one. Gonna wait. Is it this way? It's this way, right? Maybe I'll go back. Alright. We skipped two. There should be a third one then. I think it's this one? No, because that's the one that we just came down. Okay. So, sorry. Just making sure. So that's where we just came from, those chest locations. And then, there it is. Okay. I forgot that there's a hidden wall. I was like, I know there's something. We're gonna come right into here, so basically right across from this one. We actually are gonna go out that way. But we're gonna come straight down here to get our 8 chests for the vents. And this is going to give us a flashlight. So this is an item that is permanently in your book bag now, and you can use it, you can turn it on, you can do all sorts of cool little things with it. And we're going to head out this wall. We're going to head down this way. And there is a hidden wall right here, but we are going to come back to that because that's going to have us teleport. We are going to come down here. And now we're radioactive green again. And we're going to get this radioactive green chest. So this next chest, this chest gives us 325 experience. So that is one level up in this chest. So we're now level 4 with 200 experience left over. Now, the next chest locations don't technically have any requirements other than you do need 4 people for our next part. But you're going to come back down this way, and you're going to go straight forward, and you're going to grab this chest here. This chest has no requirements, obviously. And then the next chest location is going to be straightforward, but you do want to make sure that somewhere here. You do want to make sure that all of the vents are closed and you have your sprint on, and you just want to run as quickly as you can. Oh, hello, people. And you're gonna get this chest here. I see that these people are talking, but I cannot talk to them. And then this is going to give you 2,000 diamonds. Now this next part you need 4 people for, which I'm assuming is what these people are doing. But you want to hop down this vent here, and this will take you to the headmistress office where you can do a break-in task or quest badge. You get a break-in badge if you can do it. You can do a break-in badge, and it will help you get into the headmistress office if you don't have like the go visit the headmistress quest. That's, yeah, quest or task. Very confusing. So you do need 4 people in order to do this, but you want to hop down here, and with you, including 3 other people, you can jump on this repeatedly. It does take a couple times. Sometimes it takes 5 people, and it will drop down, and it will give you a badge. And I can actually show you what the badge looks like. I'm gonna read the scroll. Royal High badges. Let's break. Yeah, break-in badge. It's an uncommon common badge. But basically, once you get enough people, you just jump on this repeatedly. You'll hear it make a bunch of noises, and it'll drop down. Because I don't feel like I also don't have any friends or anything like that to do that with, I'm just gonna wait until I have the headmistress quest to like get in here. So I will see you when I have that. I am so happy. A bunch of people like were helping. Not even people I know, just like a bunch of random people who like just happen to also be trying to do it too. That's actually so banger, dude. That's awesome. I posted in a couple servers. I was like, can anyone help me? I'm trying so hard to do this thing. But that's so cool. Okay. Now that we're here, now that we've broken in, and oh, it just says you. Okay, so now that we've broken in, the next 2 chests are going to be behind this painting. I cannot promise that I'm actually going to be able to do the parkour to do them. But there's 2 chests down here. I'm gonna try. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna try. Apparently. Okay, so there's 2, there are 2, chests in the office behind the painting there. One of them gives you a pair of earrings. I believe one of them is a pile of diamonds. And then there is one in here as well, and in the teacher's lounge. Now obviously I don't have the counselor's office badge, but I do have it on my main, so I can show you guys where it is on my main. I just didn't want to try and do any of my quest and then like get more diamonds from that and those kind of things, and that messed up the flow. So I will try and show you guys that on my main. So yeah, but we were able to break in. I'm just not very good at parkour apparently. So let's go on to the next chest locations. Alrighty, so we are now at the Campus 4's castle's entrance, also referred to as the front of the castle. I do believe that there used to be a chest location down here. I don't know if it's still a thing. It does not look like it, but there did used to be one down there. I think all of the ones that are accessible in Campus 3, most of them are power related, like that one there, but there is one all the way at the top of this mountain here. So we're gonna come all the way up here. This one doesn't require any powers, and then you're just gonna come all the way down here, and this one gives us 750 diamonds. So we are now in Campus 4. This is the Campus 4 main / newest school. And this spawns us. Whoa, I have like everything open except what I need. This will spawn us in the like hall here. I don't think there's anything in the canal, so we are actually going to go to the Royal Terrace. Just good, because that person keeps scrubbing the air and it's driving me nuts. I hate the scrubbing sound effects so much. Okay, so our first chest location is going to be in the library here. So we're going to head in here. Whoa, we're gonna head in here, and we are looking for a sparkly book on the wall, which I've already spotted. And we're gonna click on the book here, and it's gonna give us this mysterious key. And we're going to head up here, put the key in, and we're gonna turn it, and then we're gonna go through here, and there will be a miniature chest on the side here that we can open. And this chest gives us 1,000 diamonds, which is really nice. Alrighty, so I've switched over to my main account now, just because the next quest will either involve having the next quest. Oh my lord. The next chest will either involve having a certain level requirement or having certain powers. So without further ado, drop that little warning there. Let's get onto the section that basically has special requirements for certain chests. Alrighty, so we're starting our like chest from like basically the bottom to the top requirement wise. So we are in the trading hub. The only actual requirement for the trading hub chest is to be leveled up high enough in order to trade, which is level 75. There's no like profile age requirements, anything like that. Now the code changes depending on different times of the year. So during December, the code is 1225. And then normally during other parts of the year, I think it's just 777. I haven't seen any other codes though, but I didn't really point this out in my my video in December because I actually didn't know that. So normally during December, it is 1225. And then I think any other times of the year, it's just 777. It will open this area up. It'll turn off the lasers. You'll actually get a badge for this. And it will, you'll be able to find this chest. I'm sorry. You'll be able to find this chest. It says Ice's UFO. This is a accessory item, which I can put on. I think I have it. There we go. And now you have this giant UFO item that you can obviously wear. This is the only chest that I know of for the trading hub. So this is the only chest that we'll be doing here. Alrighty, so our next section is through the Enchantraverse. Now you can get here from either the teleportation here or from the castle's heart. Or not castle's heart, I'm sorry, from the castle's entrance. I do already have all of the powers, so this is going to be a little bit easier for me because I'll be able to fly in these areas because I already have the powers. So our first area is going to be the nature area, and we're going to go ahead and fly over here, and we'll head through this portal. Maybe this will work? There it goes. No? Okay. I was like, I'm not 100% sure if it's gonna let me go through here, if I'm gonna have to go through the other way. So because I have this power already, I will be able to just fly all the way straight up. You don't actually have a faster flight for this. You could do the parkour, or you could go through the other exit. But this nature fairy chest here gives you 500 diamonds. And then we can head... I don't know if going back through that portal will take us back to Enchantress or not. I've never actually tried to do that. Oh, it is possible. Okay. And then the next power we are going to want is the, I think it's ice and fire. So we are going to find the tunnel for the ice. It is going to be a little bright, so be a little wary of that. We're going to head through here. Again, already having these powers, or having all of the powers, is kind of helpful, so then you can just go ahead and fly through the areas. But you want to come to this tunnel here, and you're going to jump down the tunnel. Maybe? If I can make my character slide down there. And now you will be inside of the ice maze, but you will notice this wall here, and I think you just need the fire powers. And you can melt the ice, and you can come down here and get this chest, and that gives you 2,000 diamonds. So the only really reason why you need the ice powers is just to be able to fly through this. But if you do have the fire powers, then and you want to do, you know, the parkour and the stuff like that, and the little adventure to get the ice powers, that is also fine as well. So we are now in the front of the castle, or the castle's entrance. This next chest is going to need the light fairy powers, and we're gonna head up here to this tower, and we're gonna open this, and this gives you a picture perfect face lighting, so it's an accessory to help light up your face. I've seen a lot of people use it in outfit photos, so I do think it is very helpful for certain people. So our next chest location will need the nature power, and we're going to head out the gates here. We're gonna head through the forest. And we're just gonna follow this path. And then you're gonna see these bushes here, and you're going to want to use your powers on this set of bushes here. Now, it will be a little hard to see. I don't think there's actually anything that's going to help make it brighter. There you go. And we're going to follow this cave down here. And you'll be able to open this chest for a total of 1,750 diamonds. Alrighty, so we're back in the school office. Keep in mind, this is the Campus 3 school office and not the Campus 4. The requirements for these next chests will be listed here in your sparkly star. So, for the counselor's office, you need to have leveled up 275 times. This does not mean you have to be level 275. I don't know how this all technically works. I just know that when you first join Royal High when Campus 3 came out, that's when it starts counting. So if you're new, you'll have to level up 275 times. If you're not new, you may still have to level up sometimes. But you'll need the counselor's office, and then you will also need to have leveled up 1,500 times, which is a lot and very daunting, I know, for the teacher's lounge. For the counselor's office, if you know somebody or you are in a server with somebody who may have it, they can own the counselor's office for you and you can still get this chest. So you don't technically have to meet the requirements in order to get this chest, but you're gonna come into here and then you're going to open this little drawer up down here, and it's going to give you 1,250 diamonds. Now, the other one, the teacher's lounge, you will have to have the levels for. You will have to actually unlock the Sparkly Star achievement yourself, which does make sense. Now, spoilers, just as a pre-warning, so if you don't want to see the counselor's office, or not the counselor's office, you don't want to see the teacher's lounge and you want to experience it for yourself, skip ahead until whenever the next section of the video is. But we're gonna head back here, and on the mail station here, you'll find a very, very tiny chest. This gives you 3,000 diamonds, so we're definitely way over 30k diamonds if you're doing this, obviously fresh from the start, which is insane, an insane amount of diamonds for beginners in a sense. Now obviously you'd already be level like 1,000 something, so maybe you wouldn't really need the 3,000 diamonds, but you know, anyways, 3,000 diamonds, it is very nice. Let's go on to the next place. So we are now in the Campus 4 Castle's Heart. Now this next section I don't think really specifically requires having powers. I honestly cannot remember. I will be so for real. I do know that I have a full in-depth tutorial video on this specific section itself. But you know what? We're here anyways. So during anyone's gameplay, they've probably, you know, dilly-dally tried to open this thing, can't figure out what their code is. I don't even know what my code is. I have no clue, actually. But you have probably also seen this little section here. Now you can use your fire powers to actually like light this, and it would allow you to fly up here. I don't think the chest is able to be gotten, but during Christmas it is available. You can fly up there. There's a special chest up there during like Christmas and Glitterfrost. But our other area, and I'll get back to the bricks, I promise. You're going to come to this section. You can find this in Campus 4 as well, but basically you want to find these crowns, and we are going to find our poses, and we're going to one of the animated ones. We're gonna bow to the thingy here, and it's actually going to open up a secret tunnel, and this is going to be the Throne Tower chest area. Alright, so now that we're in the Throne Tower, you'll notice a lot of these paintings here, and you can actually click on this one, giving you a chest with 50 experience here, and we also have a pink key that we're going to want to pick up. And then we can head up the stairs even more, and we'll have the throne room, and we'll have a side area here. So if you come to the throne room, you'll notice a very open, bright area here, and you'll see a bunch of books around, and you want to make sure that you pick up as many of them as possible. You also want to make sure that you... I don't know if lighting the candles does anything. I genuinely can't remember, but I'm gonna light them anyways, just in case. Oh, yeah, okay. So when you light all of the candles, you have a lever here that you can use. So you gotta get 11 more books. There's also a chest up here. This gives you 100 XP. And then once we come back down here, we want to fly up here and pull this lever. So we found 6 of 15 books, and we've pulled 1 of the 4 levers. After you're done making sure that all of your books are collected here, do keep in mind the books spawn in different locations for everyone. So just do make sure that you check. Just because my book spawned in a certain spot does not mean that yours will. You'll pass these rainbow colorful guards here. You'll see a door here that has a rainbow lock. This will tell us that it needs a rainbow key. We have a door here with a blue lock, a pink lock. We have a portrait here, and then we have a room here with a window, which will also be very important. You want to be able to come up to the portrait here, and you'll notice that your character will actually stand up. This is where you're going to want to equip your dark powers. If you have them, you don't technically need them for anything related to, like, chest or anything, I don't think. This just makes a section a little bit easier. So once you have unrevealed that, you'll notice that the picture has also changed. You're going to find the hammer accessory, and you're going to whack it, I think, or maybe jump on it. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So you're now going to come down into this very dark and spooky room, and these candles will light. And you'll now see this area here. So this book will tell you what your code is to that brick wall, starting with 1 in the corner and 9 to the bottom. So mine is 7912. So now that I know that, I can come right back up here, and we can jump up here, and then we're going to equip our pink key, and you'll see that it gets put into this room here. When we come in here, there's a lever that we can pull, and there are books that we can pick up. So now that we've picked these up, you'll notice that you can actually see through this window a little, so you do want to make sure that you do keep that in mind. So we've got 5 books missing and 2 levers missing. So we want to be able to try and find the key to this door and to this rainbow one as well. And I think I know what our next steps are. Let me check real quick. Okay, so I am correct. Our next steps are to look in this pink room, and you want to look at the banners above. The banners above will be different for every single time that you do this, so do keep that in mind. But you want to pay attention to the colors. So we have purple, orange, pink, red, blue, green. So we're going to come over to the knights, and our first color was purple. So we're going to find purple, and we're going to click on purple. We're going to click on the purple one. And I've already forgot all of the other colors, so I'm just going to quickly one back here. We've got orange, pink, red, blue, green. Orange, pink, red, blue, green. Gonna click on orange, pink, red, blue, and green. And now this magical wall is moving. Alrighty. So, now that this magical wall has moved, we're going to go explore up here. You'll notice that there's a door here that needs a green key. You'll notice a area here, a empty shelf. This is where you're going to want to end up putting your books. Keep in mind that we still have a couple books to look for, including one right here. And then we'll notice these items here. If we go back downstairs and then this way, in this room here, you won't be able to open it. You can full screen to be able to see in here. So we have the knight. Oh, maybe. Okay, so we have the knight's helmet, a tiara, a candle, a crystal, and a wand. So now that we know that, we're going to come back upstairs. And we're going to put them in that exact order. So we're going to do that. And this wall is now going to move, and the campfire is now going to go out. So we can come down here, and we can explore this room. There is a chest in here for 75 experience. Sometimes books do spawn in here as well, but as you can see, we cannot see any. Oh wait, never mind. I can see one, because I'm not paying attention very well. Alright, so we see this little potion station over here. And we can click on this, and it says, a potion recipe for finding how to make the rainbow key. We need to make all of the missing colors. So obviously we have blue, yellow, and red. So we need to make the missing colors. So we're going to mix yellow and red to make orange. And then you're going to click start over. We're going to mix yellow and blue to make green. We're going to mix blue and red to make the purple. So now that you have all of the colors of the cauldron, you want to put them in this order here. So blue, yellow, red. Oh no, wait, I think that's supposed to be orange. I'm can't tell color wise. Okay, blue, orange, red, this purple that looks more like pink. Oh, no, okay, never mind, it is yellow. Okay, let me try this. I'm so sorry, I'm so bad at colors. Blue, yellow, red, purple, green, orange. And then the next step requires a little bit of magic. You can use any of the powers that you have. I'm just going to use the dark one because I already have that equipped in. And now once I've used my powers on, we're going to dip the white key into the pot here. And this has made our rainbow key. And you're going to take the key here. Make sure to look around this room and see if there's any books, but I don't see any more. So we're gonna... I thought that pan was a book. I'm sorry. This one. We're gonna head right down here. And we're gonna use our rainbow key in this room. And we're going to find our last two books and our another lever, sorry. I keep pronouncing that wrong. So we still need a blue key to find and a green key to find. I'm actually going to come back down here and write this down real quick. Just so that I remember. It's 7912. I can't believe it just let me set that as my name, but okay. Okay. So we're gonna head back up the stairs now that we have found all 15 books. You cannot continue without finding all 15 books. So if you have not found all 15 books, please find all 15 books because you can't do anything now until you find all of them. So you're gonna head into this tunnel after you've found all 15 of your books. And you're going to come to this piano here. And you're gonna play the piano. You're gonna go to Royale High. And you're going to go to Throne Tower, and you're going to play the song. D, P, O, D, P, O, P, P. And now it plays the full song. With this very beautiful somatics. somatic scene. I don't know words. It is now 8 o'clock in the morning as of this current moment. So now we can have this green key. We're gonna head all the way out here. And we're going to climb up this ladder, and we're going to use our green key. And we're going to head up here. Now, there are a ton of books up here. The more that you open, the more lore that you can get. The lore doesn't really matter. I'm not going to read the lore because it doesn't have any effect to, like, the chest or doing anything that I'm doing. I'm just trying to click and open as many books as I can. But they always spawn in different spots, so you kind of just have to keep opening books until you get it. There you go. Once you find the blue key, if you do care about the lore, definitely continue opening up the lore, the books and learning about the lore, but I've already learned about it, so I'm not going to worry about that. We're then going to use the blue key on this door here, and this door will get us our final, I'm so sorry, our final lever. My speech impediment is really struggling today. And this is going to open these back curtains. So once you have done that, you do not have to continue doing this to get access to the area that we've actually opened just now. Sorry, I'm gonna jump down here. There will be a lever on the back of the seat here that you can use to open up this curtain area. But this is going to take us to the dungeons. You can also teleport to here now. In your world map area, you'll be able to teleport to the dungeons as well. But if you're ever in the throne tower and you want to easily get access to the dungeons, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. It's very, very fun, very interesting. So once we get into here, there's a couple different chests. One of them, obviously, if you've been in the dungeons before, there's a lava parkour that you have to do. It has been oh so long since I've done that. I think I had someone carry me to be able to do it, because I am terrible at parkour for some reason. So your first chest location, once my game loads, it's a little laggy. Our first chest location, or technically our first two, you will notice one here in the cell 3 that you cannot access. You'll see a little tunnel that you have to go through. And then you'll see cell 1 and cell 2. I thought there was one in the cells. Maybe I'm wrong? I think cell 3 is the only one with the one in the cell. And then you can come in through here. And there are multiple chests in this area. So the way that this works is you have to have 6 different people, all with the 6 individual powers. Each person using the power on one of the bowls. I do think I have a video of me doing this. I am not entirely sure. Let me... but basically, once all 6 people have used their powers, this back door will close and then this front door will open. And what that will do is it will start a kind of like a parkour challenge area. I don't know if I do have the, I don't know if I have a video on the throne tower. I thought I did. I think I have a video on the throne tower, or I used to. I guess I don't anymore. I don't see it on my channel. How to get Luna Lagoon. Oh, I guess I don't. I thought I made one. Okay. Well, I used to have a video on it. I have no clue where it's gone. But once you get all of the 6 people to do this, you'll be able to do the parkour. When you get to the top of the parkour area, there will be a chest there. I think there's a chest there. And then you will want to jump back down, and there will be chests at the bottom as well. I will do that at some point, and I'll get people so then I can do that and show you guys. I thought there was a chest in these cells, but maybe I'm not remembering correctly. Maybe that's something else that I was thinking of. But then there is a chest in here. This chest gives you the whiteboard item, so I'm going to show you guys how to do that next. So we are back in Campus 4. In this next one, you will need water powers, or you will need someone who has water powers, and then you are going to have to wait until archery class. So I guess I'm gonna farm the Royal High Day until we get to archery class, and when archery class happens, I will catch you there. So in the meantime, while I'm waiting for this to happen, I thought I'd go ahead and see if my code is going to work. I know I've already done this before, but I don't know if it works here or if it only works in Campus 3, but we're gonna try. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or maybe it doesn't work because the fire's lit? Can I, like, put out the fire? I cannot. Alright. We're gonna go to the Castle's Heart then. So I don't know if it works in Campus 4 now that I think about it. I do know it works in the Castle's Heart, so we're gonna go to the Castle's Heart. Which I'm not too worried about, because it's only breakfast time in there anyways, and hopefully when I rejoin archery class will be closer to the start of the day than midway. Because it's a long wait, like, very long wait, and I'm impatient. Whenever it loads, there goes. So the code is supposed to be put into the bricks, in the order. Now going through the castle's throne tower was definitely the easier way to figure out what my code was. I didn't even know what it was off the top of my head. Oh. Well, whenever this loads. Okay, so now that my castle is loaded, we're gonna come over here, and it was it 7192, I think it was? Apparently it erased it from my name. 7192? I don't think that worked. Wait, was it not 7192? Am I crazy? I swear it was 7192. I thought it... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 1, 2. Okay, I don't know what I did originally, but now it worked. So now we're gonna come through here, and we're going to climb up this ladder. And then we're gonna climb the tower. I thought I did 7912. Oh, maybe I did 7192. I think that might have been what I don't even remember. I'm gonna be so for real. I'm so bad at remembering that kind of stuff. So now that this is loading, we're back in the castle's entrance. I don't think I actually showed this this chest. Oh. I'm not inside of it. Okay. Well, it brings you up here and it opens this chest. Hello? Why's my thingy not working? There you go. So it opens this chest in here that gives you this, nope. it gives you this paper plane item. You can basically write a note, and then you can throw the paper plane wherever you want, and then when the plane lands, wherever it lands, I think that landed in the water. So whenever it lands, wherever it lands, other people can find the note and pick it up, and then they can basically read what you said, which I think is really cool. I did just throw that straight into the water though. But now we're gonna go back to Campus 4 to archery class. Alright, my next class is archery. Now I can do this. So keeping in mind, we do need water powers. Or we need somebody with water powers. Then we're gonna head in here. I'm gonna turn this off. We're gonna equip our water powers. Oh, I have them equipped. Okay. And then we're gonna come up here and we're gonna fill up this bucket. And keep doing that. Nice. And then once you're down here, there's going to be a 1,000 diamond chest, which is very, very helpful. And then you want to come over here behind this green crystal, and we're going to travel through this little cave here. I love how my cursor is still the bow for shooting, which I think is very funny. That's crazy. I think we're almost done with, like, chest hunting. I'm gonna have to check, because I feel like I keep missing one or two in every video. But, now that we are in here, we can crawl through here, and then you can get the dry erase board. So this is very helpful. It's a accessory, or not an accessory item, it's an item that's in your book bag. And then you can use this to type and talk to players. And then you can hold up the word cheese and it'll show up the word cheese, which is very nice. So in order to get out of here, you either have to have someone unlock it or you can just respawn. But now that we are back in the dungeon, I am going to basically show you guys how to, oh, I guess respawning did not work. I'm going to show you guys the parkour. I'm gonna try and do the parkour. So massive credits to Call Me Haley there. I could not do the parkour whatsoever. I was struggling, legitimately, so honestly, I was struggling so bad trying to do the parkour. I don't know how I did it, when I did it, but yeah, I just, huge credits to her. I did have to cut out the audio, I think, just for like safety protocols and stuff like that. I'd like copyright and stuff. I just don't want to get in trouble because it's not my clip or anything like that. So sorry if you're just kind of sitting there in like silence. But yeah. So there are chests in there. There are chests up top, and there is one at the bottom after the lava disappears. If you couldn't understand that from the video. But yeah, no, huge props to call me Haley there. I genuinely could not figure it out whatsoever. I was just sat here for a couple hours and did it. Anyways, let's get on to our next chest location. So some more chests in Campus 4. We're going to head straight forward here, and gonna keep going a little bit. And we're gonna look for this little cave here. And this one gives us 80 experience, and I do believe there's another one in the ocean as well. Alright, so our second chest location in the ocean is going to be kind of around this island here. So we're gonna come down here, and we're going to... Ooh, let me turn my flight speed down. So you're gonna see it right underneath this island here, and it's gonna be this chest right here, giving us 400 diamonds. Okay, so I'm now just kind of dilly-dallying, doing different quests and stuff like that, until the time hits 11:11. We have to wait till that specific time in order to get into the area that we are waiting for. Because we need to go to the stargazing. So I'm gonna just collect some of these books that I see. Alright. So now that we are in the stargazing, we're going to select our firepower. And we're going to head over here around this corner, and we're going to light both of these torches. And we'll head right down here. And you can get this chest right here of 250 experience. And I do actually think that is all of the chest locations that I know that I can actively show at the moment. If I did miss anything, feel free to let me know in the comments below. I know I did miss like a decent bit before. But I appreciate you guys so much for blowing up that video. It means the world to me, and I do really appreciate everyone hanging out with me and my channel and all those things. And we're like so close to 2K subscribers, so if you aren't subscribed, it would mean the world to me if you could subscribe. Yeah, and I guess without further ado, if I do not get to see you guys later today, I really do hope that I can see you all later tomorrow, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!